let's talk about the only other sports news that's relevant to us right now is the Yankees coming back from injury, playing great, and then the big one for us, Minko Herman.
Well, before you even get to Herman, we didn't even talk about. Well, I think this news broke last Tuesday with Betances.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I think this broke on Tuesday, Tuesday.
Yeah, Mr. Dylan Betances tearing his Achilles, which is wild. I said this before, but I will say this is terrible for him. This isn't that bad for the Yankees. And the only reason I say that is because he's a bullpen arm that we've been without the entire season and have had other bullpen arms really step it up.
Yep.
And because he's a pitcher, long-term effects you're not too crazy worried about. It just sucks, because he's probably going to lose out on all of next season too.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be unfortunate because he's going into a free agency year. Mm-hmm. And that's just no good. The good thing for Betances is that he got a second opinion from a doctor, and he actually doesn't have to get surgery. So just because it's partially torn, not
they're
fully
going to see what happens in the next couple weeks.
Right, exactly. So, I think that's good. That's good for him.
But he's out for this championship run, 28 right?
Yeah. He's out for now, and we're not going to see him until next year if we even re-sign him for next year.
Yeah.
That's tough because he came back and he did look good.
But he may get that money.
Yeah, you're right. It's gonna be very, very tough because the Yankees are gonna have a lot of decisions to make after this season. It's gonna be interesting with Didi becoming a free agent, and I think Canley's about to be a free agent too. You said,
I'm
right?
pretty sure. And then what do you do with DJ LeMahieu?
Well, thankfully DJ is on a 2-year deal, so that's.
He said he was open to an extension, so that might be a thing.
Well, I extend him at least till a few more years. But before even that, we got to buy out a few contracts. We got to buy out Ellsbury's contract. We got to yeah, right. No, but for real though,
I think it's so funny whenever you look at Yankee injury reports and they still put him on there.
Right.
He's not on the team at this point.
Yeah.
No one's seeing this.
It's like he don't even. He's not even in the dugout. Nope. Like nobody even knows.
If he was in the dugout, I would be tight.
Yeah.
Imagine if the Yankees make the World Series and he's like, all right, I'm gonna go, and they're just like, no, we don't even know you.
Right. But even aside from that, CeCe pitched his last game at Yankee Stadium. That was very emotional for a lot of Yankee fans because CeCe's been a big part of this team for the past 11 years, and big shout out to him because he is one of the few Black players in the league that really represents for us. And even seeing that positive role model on the Yankees is something that has been a privilege to watch since 2009. So CeCe, big ups to you. And, post-retirement, I hope you make it into the Hall of Fame because you damn sure deserve it.
No, definitely will. Definitely.
Yeah. But what I am happy to say, back to the team aspect of what's going on, Severino looks great.
Ooh.
Like, last game that he pitched against Toronto, he had to tell niggas he's back.
Facts.
And I was like, yo, Sevy looks really good. He has one more start before the postseason, and I'm praying that he continues because basically what his stat line is he hasn't let up a run. He let up 6 hits in 9 total innings pitched, and from an 80 pitch count from the last outing and the outing before that, a 62 or 63 pitch outing. I mean, it's looking like he's going to be used as a starting pitcher, and he looks good. He looks like he's rested. He does look like he's ready, and considering what's happening with the nature of the team in terms of Herman and Betances, it's like it absolutely might work.
Yeah. One of the things I noticed, which I really like, I was like, Severino shows emotion, which is cool. But he looks super calm and just ready. You know what I mean? Like he did not look rattled at all. And I feel like being out for so long, it was just part of that. I'm just so happy to be back pitching. And it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna just remind y'all who I am. But he doesn't seem pressed about it. You know what I mean? He looks like he's having fun. And when you're pitching well, it's always going to be fun. But it seems like he's not taking himself, like he's not putting a whole bunch of pressure on him right now. You know what I mean? Like he has in other situations, and we've seen him kind of fold a bit with that. But yeah, no, I'm excited. Like he's throwing smoke. The velocity is there, so it's
it's exciting.
Yeah, with the hits we took, we still got a lot to look forward to for the bullpen coming out.
And how about Giancarlo? And everybody was like, "Oh no, if he comes back, he's gonna mess up the chemistry." I'm like, dude's hitting since he's been back. He's hitting over 300 with and his on base percentage is crazy. I mean, I guess it's still a small sample size, but I mean, this is trending in the right direction.
That homer that he got crushed
it, and then the signature football handoff carry. Well, as he rounds third base, I mean, when you talk about like guys being back, like I just automatically think of the Steph Curry gif or video from when he got hurt in the playoffs like 2 years ago when he came back against Portland, had like that 30-point game, and he hits the three, and he's like, "I'm back, I'm here, I'm back." That's exactly how like Sevy and Giancarlo are right now. But I mean, I guess it poses the question now. I mean, if let's say Sevy goes out and dies again next start, what does that playoff rotation looks like? Are you giving game one to Sevy, or are you still rocking with Tanaka's game one? And does Paxton get game two, or is he just still locked in as a game three starter? Like, what happens with Hap? Are they going to use an opener? I mean, there's a lot of things they can play with this rotation.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Tanaka 1, Paxton 2, and if Sevy keeps it up, Sevy might be the third.
Yeah, that's probably the best option in terms of if you're going 1, 2, and 3.
I think we don't do Hap. I think we do an opener. Hap's been pitching really well recently, though, so they might give him just based on how he's done for us already. But
I can see that in the ALDS.
Yeah.
Like giving him that chance. And then if it doesn't really work out, then you kind of regulate him you have the opener, but I think you still use him on opener day. Just have him go like maybe 2 or 3 innings after the opener, and then just bring in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Right. That's a fact. Because I feel like the way that they were going to use CC and throw him on top of Herman, which is clearly what they were trying to do, why not use CC on top of Hap, or even throw Chad Green in that mix? I think that would probably be good too. Because Chad Green has also been pitching well, and he pitches great when he's the opener.
They said CC's coming out the bullpen.
Oh, they did. Oh, they did say that.
Yeah, Boone said he'd be pitching out the bullpen.
Well, I mean, he can definitely give you an inning or two.
Yeah, they're probably just gonna do that. It'll just take them longer to warm up.
Yeah, definitely would take them longer to warm up. But that's great. I would love to see CC out the bullpen. They were actually talking about that way earlier in the season, whether or not CC was going to come out of the bullpen for the playoffs. As long as we made it. And I think that's a good idea at this point, because he can't really go longer than 3 innings. But if we need to get an inning and a half out of him, I think that's a very good bet. But it should be very interesting to see how the postseason roster plays out, just because you got Brett Gardner that's playing well. Tugman, obviously he's out, so he's not going to be on the roster. So that those 4 outfielders will probably end up being, you have Judge, you have Stanton, and you have Gardner. Those are probably going to be your everyday guys.
Do you keep Wade? Like, is there? Because I mean, Wade can
play everything.
Wade can play everywhere, and he's speed on the base paths.
Yeah, and he's a great utility guy. I think depending on let's count it down, because you got 25 players. So I say they'll probably keep 13 pitchers.
Yep.
And they'll keep 12 position players. So those 12 position players will probably be Stanton, Judge, Gardner. Obviously it'll be LeMahieu, Urshela,
Glaber,
Didi, and Glaber. So that's 7.
Voit
would be 8.
Sanchez
and Roman, that's 10. And we're missing an infielder.
Encarnacion.
If Encarnacion comes back, then that's 11.
So then the last spot either has to go down between either Cameron, Tyler Wade, or Clint Frazier.
Right. And that's if we have 13 pitchers, and those 13 pitchers will be CC, Severino, Tanaka, Paxton, Those would probably be your 4 starter-ish players. And then you have Britton, Ottavino, Chapman, Canley. That's 8.
You missed Hap.
Hap will probably be on the roster, so that's 9.
It's one of the pitchers from the minors. Just since the roster expanded to 40, I don't think. Do you think Loaisiga stays up or no?
He's been pitching well recently.
So is Tarpley too.
Yeah, I was thinking Tarpley.
I think they keep Tarpley,
and he's a lefty, but I don't know if Tarpley stays on the roster. I don't know. You could, because you also got Nestor Cortez, but he hasn't been pitching well recently. But he was pitching well.
You know what the thing is with Cortez? Cortez is more of like when they use that opener, he's more of a long relief pitcher,
right?
So I think in the playoffs, you really don't need a long type guy because you're not really saving people. I mean, every game is a must win. So I think they would probably scrap him for more of a specialist, like a guy that you would only bring in for like 1 or 2 batters. So that's why I think if it came down between like Tarpley and Cortez, I think they'd pick Tarpley only because Tarpley he's better at just like those 1 inning type roles as opposed to Cortez, who's built for more like, all right, 2, 3, 4 inning type things.
Same thing, I guess. Yeah, I guess with that argument, same thing why they wouldn't pick Loaisiga. Even though I feel like recently, like I feel like the games where he's had to start, he's looked a little shell shocked like half the time. But I feel like the past recently, he's been doing pretty well against like playing after like an opener,
right?
More
so even so all right. So say that's Tarpley is the 10th. Then you still have 3 more pitchers that you have to pick between Sessa, Cortez, Cody Guerin.
He's not
he's probably Cody Guerin.
I think you keep Sessa.
Think Sessa so as your long relief guy, basically, because that's what.
Yeah, I think you can only really have one long relief, and I think it would be Sessa.
So Sessa, and then you got 2 more.
I will say though, if you're gonna end up with 1 long relief guy, I wouldn't be surprised if they pick Cortez just because all the weird ass pitches he'd be doing.
Yeah, right.
Because that seems like some shit Boone would do. Also, I think they end up keeping Maven over Wade.
I was just about to say that.
And
I was like,
gonna give you speed on the bags as well.
Like,
and he could feel better, like outfield. Like,
and he's just a veteran. He knows what it's good. He knows what it's like. It's not like because I'm pretty sure he's been to the playoffs at some point in his career. I know he's bounced around from like 8 teams, but I'm pretty sure at some point he's been on a team that's made the playoffs. So that's just another guy with playoff experience. He's not going to get rattled. He's not going to get shell shocked. He knows what his job is. When he goes up to the plate, when he's in the field.
Most definitely. And he's also just a good chemistry guy. Yeah, I feel like everybody on the team loves him.
He's like a lesser Didi.
Right. So say you keep Maven on the team, then there's 2 more spots for either another fielder or another pitcher or whomever. And you know what's crazy? I was thinking about this earlier. Like, I really wanted Devi Garcia to come up just so we can see what he's like. But I'm actually happy that we didn't rush him. I think it ended up.
I feel like with all the random ass pitchers we're throwing in right now, like we could have thrown him in.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Not for playoffs, but regular season we could throw him in.
Because we've been picking up random dudes and DFAing dudes, and it's just been whatever. It would have been cool to see what he had, but at the same time, I'm happy because he didn't rush his development, and we'll see him next season. Like he'll be a big part of what we have for the future. So I'm not really worried about.
All right. Anything else you gotta talk about?
I mean, that's pretty much just it. Just get through the rest of the last few games healthy and bring on. I really hope we don't have to get the Athletics. Athletics would be a terrible draw.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And the crazy thing about the A's is that if they play Houston in the first round, like that's been Houston's vice this year.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I didn't know how close they were to the division. The Astros only clinched division like yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know that the A's were still mathematically alive in their division.
Yeah. The A's are actually a pretty good team. But the thing is with them is that like they're a team that nobody wants to play. So the way I see it, if the playoffs ends today, this is how I would want it. I would want a better record than the Dodgers, but a worse record than the Astros is how I particularly see it. Just because I rather us play Minnesota because I think we're a better team than them, even though we both hit about the same amount of home runs.
I do think we're a better team than them too.
And Oakland, shoot, I'll let Houston deal with them because I'll take my chances in the championship series versus in the divisional series with them because Houston definitely don't want to play them.
Yeah, and we can't play Oakland in Oakland.
Yeah, so I'll take my chances with Minnesota.
Yeah. But I mean, that would mean we'd have to take the first two. Like they would, if the Yankees play Oakland, that means the pressure is for the Yankees to take both games at Yankee Stadium because if it goes back to Oakland 1-1 or God forbid 0-2, yeah, it's a dub.
Yeah, it's clipped. Yeah, I can't wait for playoffs. Can't wait. I need people to come back healthy. I need Stanton to keep doing Stanton things. Playoff baseball. NBA season coming up.
October is literally next week. Game 1 in the ALDS is next Thursday, y'all.
I realized I was like, why is this happening so quickly?
Yep. Crazy.